20 years ago, I got dealt a dysfunctional card. My little brother became a heroin addict, and my father became an alcoholic. What do I do? Do I sit there and join my little brother, or do I become an alcoholic alongside my father? No. I got off my ass, I stopped feeling sorry for myself, and I got on with it.
My mom and I are really, really close, so she would drive me to auditions and read scripts and give her opinions. But then there came a point when I verbally had to say, like, I love you, thank you so much for all your opinions, but I need to now kind of do some of this on my own. And I stopped reading and, asking her to read scripts, and I just became more independent, which I think regardless of whatever industry you're in, we all go through that, male, female. It's kind of like, let me do my own thing.
When I was at the height of my career in the WWE, I felt that for the very first time that I was close to accomplishing everything that I wanted to accomplish in wrestling. And I quietly walked away. Kind of shook me a little bit because wrestling was all I knew at that time. And I had dabbled in acting, but yet I also felt that I wanted to do more. And I wanted to achieve more, and I wanted to grow. I wanted to grow as a person, I wanted to grow as an entertainer, and that I wanted to reach as many people as possible. Not for the box office value of it, but for the connection. And I had come from a world where I was connecting with an audience every night, and I wanted that connection. And I wanted to not only be good as an actor, but if I made the transition into acting, I wanted to be great. I knew going in, the cards are stacked against me. There's a shelf life to a career if I just wanted to get by on popularity. I didn't want to be in that position. I wanted longevity. If that's the goal, then I have to do everything I could possibly do to know the business of Hollywood from top to bottom, from acting to marketing to an executive level to a producing level to a directing level, and just know it as a whole. That would inherently make me a greater asset. And I appreciate all the people in the beginning of my career as I was coming up who took the time, who took the effort, who took me in, because I had to educate myself, and I had to be a student of the game. Know your business. Know your business and become a student of the game, and surround yourself with brilliant people.
I think it's probably more of a self-imposed rule that growing up, I always felt that I almost had to keep it together all the time, to keep a composure all the time, to have all my ducks in a line all the time. And as an actor, again, like with the note that Warren had given me about letting go, you just sometimes are naturally not going to be in control all the time. And I think once I realized that that was a rule that I was putting on myself and that I could just discard, the world like opens up. All of a sudden, these more spontaneous, magical moments can happen, whether that's in your daily life, whether that's at your job. I mean, even when in your relationship with yourself, it's something so important to know that it's okay not to have to be perfect all the time.
My wife always says, if you want to achieve something, you have to believe it. You need to believe it to achieve it. And Steve would believe something so passionately that, and it was, how could I say, it was educated. It was educated belief. It wasn't just this, just throw caution to the wind belief. But he was educated belief that we could do something. And that ability to get people convinced that this was the right way to go, that it was, scary and it's so unconventional, but this is the right thing. That's what made these discoveries happen, these inventions happen, because we all work together. He didn't come up with all the ideas, but he pushed us all to come together with the best ideas possible and sort and sift and put them together to make the best product. And you do have to distort reality if you want to change the reality we're living in. And people are like, they're so locked into the everyday that they forget there could be a whole nother thing that they're not seeing over here. And his job was to push us to see these other things. He saw them before we did, and he would push us to those unknown areas. and go, yes, it's scary, yes, it's risky, but we're gonna go after it. We're gonna make it happen. And that is as much of a skill and as important to Steve as any of his other traits, maybe the most important.